Welcome. I'm Mary Mayer Fickman with Easttown Library, and today I'd like to share a chair yoga practice for good joint health and flexibility. This is particularly important for maintaining functional mobility as we age. So let's get started. Begin by finding your comfortable seat, the length of your spine. And if you're comfortable doing so, allow the eyes to lower. Maybe even allow them to close as we take a mindful moment here to turn attention inward. And begin just by taking a little mental scan of your physical body. Perhaps noticing today the joints in the body, how they feel. Also, noticing areas of muscular tension or tightness, and the general state of your nervous system. And then begin to turn your awareness to the breath. Without trying to change it just yet, notice the quality of your breath and where you feel it in your body. And perhaps noticing today the three-dimensional movement of your body as you breathe. Noticing how the belly expands and the rib cage expands front and back, side to side. Notice how the upper chest lifts with the inhale. And as you exhale, everything releases and relaxes back. Allowing the breath to naturally deepen and slow. And then for a moment, just noticing without judgment your mental state and just what's present there. Allowing ourselves for the next little bit to just stay present with the practice of the breath and sensations in the body. Take a nice deep breath in and let it go. And then we'll start this practice by coming towards the edge of the chair and stretching the feet out in front and just drawing your attention to the toes and the feet, noticing any sensation there. And then we'll lift the toes up and spread them wide. And then clench the toes as if you were making toe fists. And spread and clench. And then just lay that foot back on the floor. And reaching the toes forward, point the toes. And then flex the ankles, and point and flex. And then begin to rotate the ankles. One foot or both feet at the same time. Doesn't matter which direction, but somewhere in that rotation, begin to take it in the other direction. You could be playful with the way the ankles are circling around. Maybe they're circling the same direction, maybe they're circling opposite directions. Just finding that movement in the ankles. And then we'll place the feet back on the floor and pause again, just to once again notice the ankles, the feet, the toes, and how they feel. And then we'll move our attention up to the knees, and for a moment just feel into the knees and notice any sensations there today. And then we'll take the hands, place them under one leg and lift it. And just let the lower leg begin to swing. So the knee is flexing. Movement of the body lubricates our joints with synovial fluid. So much like the Tin Man, we're oiling our joints with movement. And release that leg and then just take it to the other side. Lift and gently swing. Just lubricating that joint. And then placing that foot back on the floor, pause again and just notice the knees and sensation there. And then we'll move up to the hips. So for a moment, as you sit here, just notice any sensation in the hips today. And then taking the hands, place them under that leg again and lift. And this time we're just going to take the leg side to side and notice the movement in the hip here as you do. And bringing the knee back to face forward, begin to circle the hip in the socket. And you could do this without hanging on, but whatever works for you today. And noticing the sensations there in the hip. Pause and take that rotation in the other direction. And then we'll bring that foot back to the floor. And for a moment here, just pause between sides and notice how the side we just moved feels different, if it does, from the other side. And then repeating that motion on the other side, lift and just take that knee side to side. And then we'll bring that knee to face forward and begin circling. And then pause and take it in the opposite direction. And we return that foot to the floor. And once again, pause and notice the hips. And let's take the hands out in front and flex the wrists as you reach the hands forward. And then let the fingers flow towards the floor. As you just flex the wrist gently here, up and down. And then flexing the wrist, spread the fingers wide, and then gather them together into a fist. And spread, and clench, and spread, and clench. And one more stretch. And then a soft fist as you rotate the wrists around. Try to reverse your circling. And then we'll just bring the hands and arms to rest and pause there for a moment. Notice sensation now in the hands and the wrists. we'll bring the hands out in front and just bring the fingertips into the shoulders. And then extend the hands out again. This time the focus is the elbows. And just noticing any sensation there. Back and forth, that's all the elbows can do. And then let's let the fingers rest at the shoulders and take the elbows out to the side. And begin to draw little tiny circles with the elbows. And notice sensation now in the shoulder joint, another ball and socket joint. Now if it feels good, you could begin to make your circles a little wider, just an option. But really just noticing the movement in the spine. And thinking about oiling our joints. Go ahead and reverse your circle if you haven't already. If you let that circle widen, go ahead and draw it back in. Make it a little smaller circle. And then we'll bring the elbows in to touch each other. And then open up wide. Good. Again, focus is on the shoulders. Open. And close. And one more. Open. And close. And release the hands down to the left. And just pause here. Notice sensation in the shoulders. How that felt. And then I'd like you to bring your attention now to the neck and how the head is balanced perfectly at the top of your spine. I'm going to draw some little circles with the nose. And just notice the movement at the very top of your cervical vertebrae as you circle. Take it in the other direction. And then we'll let the right ear fall towards the right shoulder. And just pause there. Maybe tilt the chin towards the floor. Notice how that feels in the neck. Take it up towards the ceiling. And come back into a neutral position in the center. And then dropping left ear, left shoulder. And take a little tilt of the chin just to notice how that feels. And then bring the chin back into center. So we'll move into movements of the rest of the spine, including the neck. So here with the hands resting on the tops of the knees. As you inhale, we'll let the hands slide back towards the hips as you lift the gaze. Shoulder blades come onto the back. And as you exhale, the chin come to the chest, hands slide forward, rounding the shoulders forward. Inhale, lift. So it's a little arch in the spine here as you lift. And as you exhale, coming forward, rounding. Now I'd like you to think about linking your breath with this movement here as you inhale and lift. And exhale and round. Now you might not be moving at the same pace as I am. That's perfectly okay. Make this your breath, your movement. And we'll take it one more time each way. Feeling that movement of the spine, forward and back. And then coming back into center. And just pause, notice how that felt. And then we'll take the right arm up. Bring the left hand to the chair. And on an inhale, reach that hand up, maybe over. Notice you find a little lateral bend in the spine here. As you exhale, bring it back. And reach it up, take it over. And exhale and bring it back. And one more stretch, and this time we'll hold it there. You could take the arm out of the equation if that's too much for that shoulder today. So focus is here on that lateral bend of the spine. Good. Exhale and bring it back. And then right hand to the chair. And left hand reaches up. Take it over. Exhale, bring it back. Slow, mindful movement. See if you can feel that expansion in the side body. And next time we'll take it over, we'll pause here. Take 3 nice breaths. And then exhaling and releasing and coming back. And pause just for a moment again. Noticing how that lateral movement of the spine felt. So we've moved the spine forward and back and side to side. And now we're going to take a gentle twisting of the spine side to side. So being super cautious here, if you have any sort of back issues going on, you want to make sure that you're sitting nice and tall, that your core is engaged. So exhale nice and fully here. And feel that little bit of engagement in your core. See if you can maintain that around your breath as you begin to twist here. So inhaling, sitting nice and tall. We'll bring one hand to the knee, one hand to the chair. The spine is long here on the inhale. And as you exhale, slowly taking the torso to turn to the side. So thinking about the movement from the thoracic spine, the chest, maybe the shoulders come around, maybe the head and neck follow. And then on the inhale, you're going to just let yourself untwist back to center. Good. Lengthen. Inhaling and exhale, twist. And inhale, lengthen. And exhale, twist. One more lengthening. And this time, twist. And finding your natural stopping point here, we'll pause and stay. Relax the shoulders. No straining or pulling with the hands. And focusing on that breath at the belly there. And releasing, coming back into center, and just pause there. And then we'll take it to the other side. So as you inhale, hand to knee, hand to chair, lengthen the spine. And exhale, begin that slow rotation. Inhale, allow yourself to untwist back to center. And exhale, slowly finding your way around. And one more time with breath, lengthen. And this time as you move into the twist, find your natural stopping point and allow yourself to stay there. Good. Relax the shoulders. Notice the breath in the belly. And then begin to slowly unwind, coming back into center. And once again, noticing the spine. And now thinking about lengthening the spine here, as if you could extend the spine. Imagine there is a string at the top of your head pulling you up, lengthening the back of the neck, relaxing the shoulders. Imagine some space in between all the vertebrae. Good. And then just relaxing, releasing that extension. And let's take, to finish off here, just a little rotation of the torso around the hips to release any tension in the spine from our movements. Maybe the shoulders get into this motion. You're circling around your heart center here. Slow the motion and pause. And take it in the other direction. And take it around one more time. And then coming back into center. Good. Find a comfortable seat again, as we did when we started. And let's just go ahead and turn attention inward and check in again. Maybe allowing the eyes to lower, close, relaxing the body. Take that little mental scan. And maybe once again notice the joints and sensation there. Notice any muscular tension in the general state of your nervous system. Notice once again the quality of your breath. Anything that's changed there. And finally, just noticing once again the state of your thoughts and what's present there. And then allowing the eyes to float back open if they've closed, and joining together here with hands at heart center in gratitude for this practice. I thank you for joining me. I hope you have found some peace and strength, and take that out into your day. Namaste.